Today I'm counting down the top 10 most underrated Star Wars Black Series figures. All these figures are awesome, and if you want to make sure you didn't pass on any, you're going to have to stay tuned, and it starts after this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Nerdzoic. If you're new here, my name is Matt, and this, my friend, is Nerdzoic. This channel is all about action figures, nostalgia, and whatever other nerdy stuff I decide to talk about. Today, though, we're focusing on action figures, specifically Star Wars The Black Series. That's right, we're going to go down that well again. Because I love the Black Series, and so do you, or you wouldn't be watching this. Or you hate it and you love to hate it, which is also, I guess, fine. So here's the thing, the Black Series has had some amazing figures along with its fair share of stinkers. The great and the terrible tend to be what people think about the most, leaving a whole lot of room for things that fly under the radar. That's what this list is, guys. It's the list of figures that flew under the radar. It's the off the beaten path hidden gems that people just kind of say, it's all right, and don't take time to say, wow, that's really awesome, and just really fully appreciate. And if my opinion's not enough, the fact that some of these are selling for as little as they are on the secondary market compared to other figures that kind of suck that are selling a lot, boom, proof, I guess. You'll notice that most of the figures on this list are not going to be found on most people's best of Black Series lists because, again, they're overlooked. But if you're new to the Black Series, that's a good thing for you because it means that you can most likely go pick up these off-the-radar figures at a pretty darn good price. In fact, 4 out of 10 of these are selling for less than they did initially at retail. 3 of them are selling for only $5 more than they initially sold, 1 selling for $10 more, and only 2 are way over the original retail price. So with the exception of those 2, you can go pick those up for just about retail, and in some cases way under, and that is why you're going to want to stay tuned to the end of this video to find out the #1 figure in case you didn't buy it, because now you're going to be like, oh my god, Nerdzoic's right, this thing's amazing, I better go buy it. I'm right, so there's that. Before I get into this list, I do want to thank Action Figure 411. Once again, I went there to get prices. Guys, if you have not listened to me and visited this website, what are you waiting for? The thing is amazing. It loads ridiculously fast. It aggregates faster than any other site that I've seen aggregate like this. You've done a hell of a service for the action figure community as a whole. Are you ready? I am. Coming in at number 10 is the Archive Edition Yoda, which is way better than his original release. This was released in 2019 as part of the Archive collection and was part of the second wave of that collection. This figure was a vast improvement over the hot garbage that was the Blue Line Yoda. Just take a look at them side by side and you can see what I mean. One of them doesn't have his eyes bulging out like a cartoon who just saw a naked woman. And even though you can't see it in this picture, one of them has a acceptable looking head of hair instead of a bed of cold soba noodles. Anyone who's ever worked at Panera Bread knows what that looks like. He still comes with a stupid snake, but why not? I don't care. This Yoda is so much better that I can't even begin to explain it. If you got the first Yoda and you hate it, go sell him and pick up this one. He looks fantastic. He goes great with the 6-inch scale. Buy it. Oh, and by the way, if you want to buy it, you can pick them up on eBay right now for around $18.50. So, yeah, beat that. Coming in at number 9 is the AT-AT driver. This was released in 2016 as part of the Rev line and it was number 31. This figure's gorgeous. It is super detailed. It's got a great paint job, a great sculpt. The only bad thing about him is that we'll never get his vehicle released on the line because, as I've said before, a AT-AT in the Black Series would be like 6 feet tall, so that's not happening. This figure can also be picked up under retail. If you want to pick him up right now, eBay around $16.75. Coming in at number 8 is Lando in Skiff Guard disguise. This was released in 2018 as part of the Red Line and is number 76. This was the 3rd Lando we got and he is by far the best. We also got the Cloud City Lando and the young Lando. Lando. Bad speech strikes again. Now of those 3 Landos, only 2 are Billy D. Williams, the Cloud City one and this one, but this one is by far the best. In fact, if you compare them side by side, it puts the Cloud City one that I used to think was a great figure to shame. In this scale, this is by far the best Billy D. Williams that's been made in this price range. You'd have to go to one of the higher price ranges like Bandai or Mezco to see one this good. The articulation on this figure is fantastic, making him highly posable, so you can pose him in such ways as saying, hey, I thought you were blind, old buddy! The texture on his outfit looks great, and his helmet's just super detailed, and it fits on a lot of other figures, so yeah, I might have to make some other people's Skiff Guards. If you want to pick up the Lando skiff guard, you can do so just slightly over retail for about $20.10. Coming in at number 7 is Greedo. Released as part of the Orange line all the way back in 2013, he was number 7 to be released. In fact, if you remember, this guy was a bit of a peg warmer for a long time. This figure has a great paint job and a sculpt for an overall great likeness. In my opinion, he was made way too soon. The 7th figure to be made in the new line is Greedo? Seriously? I could think of like 15 other guys more important to make than him. I think that's why he sat on the shelves for so long. Now though, he's highly sought after. If you want to pick him up, he's going to cost you quite a bit, around $50, which is pretty insane when you think about how often we walked into Target and saw him just sitting there lonely. Seriously, he's like the 2013 version of Jaina and Yavin Luke. Coming in at number 6 is the Tusken Raider. This was released in 2017 as part of the Red Line and is number 41. Also released again as part of the 40th anniversary collection. So he's had 2 releases. This figure looks amazing. He doesn't end up on enough of the best of lists, and he really should, because it's one of the best looking figures Hasbro's ever made. His head sculpt and weathering are directly on point, and his gaffy stick comes with removable parts, basically giving you 3 ways to display. So if Matt Cardona is listening to this and you only have 1 Tusken Raider, you need 2 more, buddy. Now he's going to be shaking in anger. AEW confirmed. The one bad part about this figure is that his underappreciatedness, is that a word? Well, it is now, is not reflected in his current price point. The Red Line version is going for around $51. The 40th anniversary is going for around $49. So either way, they're both the same figure, by the way. They're going to cost you money. We're halfway there. How many of you are like sitting down, writing down who you're going to have to go onto eBay and go buy when this video's done? Hang tight. Don't make any purchases yet. Number 1 and 2 of this video can be purchased right now on eBay for about $40 combined. So wait and budget, folks. We got 5 more to go. By the way, if you're enjoying this, give me the old thumbs up and like this thing. Also, you'll probably like the rest of the content on my channel because there's a lot of Black Series content. I also cover other toy lines, but Black Series is one of my favorites. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and come on back if you ever want to see some more. I'll tell you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best there's ever been. That's for you, Charlie Daniels. R.I.P. Coming in at number 5 is the Supreme Leader Snoke on Throne. That's right, he was on my best of list, but he's on this list too because I took a lot of crap for that, and that just proves he's still underrated. This was released in 2017 and was a GameStop exclusive. I know people are probably starting to think GameStop paid me to love this figure, but I just can't help it. I love this. It's probably the best gold member figure we've ever gotten. In fairness, he is just a repack of the basic line Snoke, but that throne is what seals the deal. How long do you think till we get that figure repacked in some kind of a clone tank? I'm telling you, it's coming eventually. This originally sold for $35. Now you can pick it up for 31 and change, so it's actually selling under retail. So if you don't have it, I suggest it. Coming in at number 4 is XWing Piasty. Who knows if I'm saying that right? This was released in 2015 as part of the Red Line, and it's number 14. Unlike most of the figures that came out during that Force Awakens wave that were just like everywhere, he was really tough to find. I had to get him out of a Facebook group if I'm not mistaken. This figure looks great. He's gotten some slack because everyone says he's got one eye here and one eye here. I just think he's given the people's eyebrow because if you look at the packaging, it looks like that's what his species is supposed to look like. He's just got a lazy eye. It's not a bad figure. Might want to complain about the character design, but like I said, people's eyebrow. I do wonder if the helmet he comes with is unique to him because I don't know that that would fit on any other figure, so that's cool. He's going for a little bit more than retail, $27 and change to be exact. I highly recommend you pick him up. Even if you hate the sequels, he's a great figure to just have in the background in a diorama. Frankly, if you have like an original trilogy diorama, like a Yavin hangar bay or something, he'd fit in perfectly well. Coming in at number 3 will make Tim over at Bosk's Bounty pretty happy because it's Bosk! Bosk has had 2 releases so far in the Black Series. First in 2014 as part of the Blue Line. He was number 10, I believe, part of Wave 2. He was released again in 2019 as part of the Archive collection in the first wave there. The figure didn't see any major upgrades, at least nothing I can tell. I'm pretty sure it's just a straight repack. I gotta say, both the sculpt and the paint app are just perfectly on point for this figure, both in the original release and in the re-release. Like I said, I think it's a repack. But yeah, he's one of the best figures that's come out in the Black Series, and he's just not talked about enough. Out of both the original blue and orange lines, he's one of the best figures, if not the best. That really says something. Now, as far as the price goes, if you want to pick up the blue box, like if you collect cardboard only, I don't know, it's gonna cost you like $45. But be smart, get the Archive Collection one, and you can get them for like 50 cents over retail. It's going for like $20.50 the other day when I looked on eBay. So yeah, highly recommend Bosk if you don't have them. Go get them. You can go now if you want, just hit pause. No, don't hit pause, there's 2 more good ones. Wait and see, you gotta budget this out. Coming in at numero dos is Grand Moff Tarkin. Released in 2017 as part of the Red Line, he is figure number 63. The thing that's great about this figure, first of all, he looks fantastic. The face scan's amazing considering he's dead. It's really cool that the family allowed us to desecrate the body, I guess. I don't know, I thought that he would decay. What? Oh, that's not how it works? Apparently that's not how that technology works, so I don't know. Either way, it's some kind of a face scan. He looks just like Grand Moff Tarkin, and even better, he comes with an interrogation droid. It's like getting 1.5 to 2 figures in one. Even better than that, if you still want him and you haven't got him, you can get him for about 18 bucks on eBay right now. Go get him. Coming in at number 1 is Jaina Solo. Released in 2017 as part of the Red Line, she was a fan choice winner in a poll done back in 2016 and was number 56 in the line. There are so many good things about this figure that are just completely underappreciated that we're going to take a moment here and talk about. First of all, she comes with a lot of accessories, more than they usually give us on a basic Black Series figure. Right on, Hasbro. She also comes with a helmet and a saber that were, at least at the time, unique to her. I think the saber's still unique to her. I don't know about the helmet. I don't think they've reused it. Reportedly, the body design was part of some new engineering, so the articulation was a lot better. You could do a lot of different poses with her. I don't know if that's because of re-engineering or just luck. I don't know. I'm not an articulator, but it's really well articulated. So her entire sculpt is amazing, and admittedly, it's probably not that hard to mess up a face scan of a fictional character, but it doesn't look like a fictional character. It looks like they literally made a plastic fake child between Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. Seriously, look at her facial expression. She's got like the Han smirk going on. You turn her around, the back of her head has her hair done really intricately and reminds you a lot of how Leia would always have the different hairstyles as part of the original trilogy, and it was a big part of Leia. Ah, man, this figure's just really underappreciated and underrated. Jaina, she's amazing. Go pick her up. She's only at like $23 right now. I think that over time, that's gonna really spike. Question of the day time, folks. If you had to plant your flag as to who's the most underrated and underappreciated Black Series figure, who would it be in your opinion? Everybody, thanks for watching. Check out the video on the screen now for some more nerdy goodness, or binge the Black Series playlist I have listed on the right-hand side. Either way, be cool and stay nerdy.